Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky. We were just saying a little bit in the promo that, do you remember granola company we had on last week? And we're talking about all their skincare and things like that. Well, we invited them back today to talk all about yoga, and we had this one here step up, and she's going to do some yoga live on camera with an Aussie, and not me. But
I'm excited.
do you remember
Okay.
that? The Aussie instructor?
Yeah.
So we'll see what that's all about. How are we?
Doing great.
You've still got a bit of a cough. I've still got my cough.
I do.
Yeah, it's been hanging around.
I know. And you've had it longer than me. You were like,
I have.
what, a week
What
before
about
me?
you?
I'm feeling fine. I
you?
watched a lot of Netflix over the weekend, so feeling rested, feeling
good.
good.
What did you watch? What
I've been
shows?
binge watching Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown.
Okay.
I love that show. I did Tanzania this weekend, Ethiopia, Iran, and a couple others.
Is it holiday-
I'm
is
so
it
guilty.
holidays?
I watch like 2 each
Are they
day.
holiday shows?
It's sort of like food and culture in different countries. And I also did Sicily and Italy. I watched that. It was really good.
Well, we were just having a bit of a brain freeze before we came on air, and we were trying to work out when Game of Thrones starts, and it's this Sunday, which is...
That got way too violent for
Are
me.
you a big fan of it or not?
I was, but it got too violent. I don't watch
Okay.
it now. No.
Oh.
I'm out. I don't watch it at all.
Well, I'm a huge fan, so... You know, I guess I'm on my own.
Yeah.
I do want to tell everyone what's happening with the competition.
All
we've got
right.
going
Well,
on.
hey, are you guys ready for the
Let's go.
keyword for the Dollywood Watch and Win? Well, let's see what's up for grabs first.
We're
Troy.
giving away a family prize bundle that includes a full pack of tickets to Dollywood Splash Country, complimentary retreat rental at Dollywood Splash Country, 4-pack of Dollywood season tickets, 4-pack of tickets to Dolly Parton's Smoky Mountain Adventures dinner and show, and a one-night stay at Dollywood's Dreammore Resort and Spa.
And to participate for this contest, all you have to do is tune into Good Morning Kentucky, Midday Kentucky, and our 6 o'clock news. Just listen for a keyword, and then you take that keyword and head over to our website. So today's keyword is Owen's Farm. Go to our website, just click on the contest tab, and that's where you'll enter the keyword. Again, Owen's Farm. Put in your email, and you'll be entered to win.
I wonder who Owen's Farm actually is.
I know. I was wondering the same thing.
Hey, on the weekend I started walking again.
Good. Good for
and
you.
Yeah, it felt good to go for a bit of a walk, and I want to go out to some of the walking tracks. Not that I know where to go yet, and nor should you do it on your own. But I was thinking about it because when I got back on Sunday, I can't tell you how hot I was. It was just exhausting. So I thought, I wonder if I got burnt, you know, that sort of thing. I didn't think to put sunscreen on more than what I would normally. So I went online and I found these great 3 new things. And one of them is a Netamo June bracelet. And it's from spacenk.com. Look it up. It's a wearable UV tracking device which monitors your sun exposure and sends bespoke recommendations to your smartphone. It's including when to put on a hat, sunglasses or sunscreen, as well as necessary SPF level.
I think it's crazy.
Oh, really?
Sorry. I do.
No, because I think it's a good thing.
Why? I mean, but why can't we as people just remember to do these things?
Because, you know, you're missing my point. Just say you're out there walking.
Yeah.
You're sweating.
Yes.
The sunscreen comes off.
Yeah.
This bracelet, as you can see up here, tells your smartphone to reapply.
But you
Well,
already know
Troy,
that's
you are
happening.
going to love. I pulled the trigger on Amazon Prime and bought that umbrella hat that I showed
my
you last
God.
week. It shades your whole head and shoulders. It
you
should
bring
be
it in?
arriving tomorrow.
Okay.
It's pink, so
God.
that will block you for your long walks.
I got you.
That's
I
a
got
gift
you.
for Troy.
So what else do you have?
That's a bit of a problem. Now, this is a stress-free sunbathing sun patch. Now, this goes across the nose. It's $9.99, sunpatchprotects.com. This has built-in UV filters and can be applied directly to the vulnerable skin alongside your usual sunscreen for more targeted SPF protection.
Okay.
So what it is you put your, this is good for the kids.
Yes,
and the
that's what I'm
swimming pool.
thinking, yeah.
So you put it all over, you put your normal suntan cream on, but then you put this across your nose to help you of UV
I like it.
protection.
I like it
think-
too. I like it.
Well, you were laughing at me for the first one.
Well, the first one, I just feel like if you're sweating and you know that you need to reapply if you're all sweaty. I don't
Okay.
need I
All
don't need a
right.
device to tell my phone to tell me to do it. I don't know. It just seems crazy.
Well, this
to
is
me.
another one called One Step Ahead, and it's a burn app website. What it does is it basically tells you Okay, it is still possible to burn even when it's not sunny, so don't head out without the sunscreen. The free UV Lens app gives a daily UV index forecast using a 5-point scale from no UV to very high. Simply input your postcode and take a personalized skin assessment to find out how long you can spend outside without burning.
I like it.
I like that one too.
I don't ever go out really in the sun at all. I always
Well, no.
wear a hat.
Hello.
I always wear
You
SPF.
and
I sit in the shade at the pool. I just.
Well, let's be real here. You and I are lily white. We are lily white, unless we have our tans.
Yeah.
Okay, which we do weekly, but we didn't do it. I'm sitting here and I said, we didn't do our tans this week. Like, yeah, we're right.
I'm embracing the pale.
Are you?
Yeah.
We shouldn't for summer. It's not a good look.
She looks great. I think she
You
looks
got to
great.
do
pale.
a light tan, Dal. You got to do a light tan. I'm the first one to tell you that as well. For me, hey, your wedding, your brother's wedding.
Yes.
All right. Here's something that else I found really interesting. The seating plan is one of the trickiest tasks of any wedding and can quickly leave a disappointed guest feeling unhappy with the bride and groom on their big day. One woman highlighted the delicacy of the situation when she took to Mumsnet to complain about the wedding of her long-term partner's brother 2 weeks ago. Okay, the woman described how she stormed off in tears after she discovered she had been relegated to a table full of strangers in a separate room to the bride and groom. Separate room to the
Yes,
bride and groom.
yeah.
She's the long-term partner of the groom's brother.
Okay.
Okay, here's the point. Do you think she has a case to be upset about?
So she wasn't sitting with the groom's
No.
brother because he was in the wedding
That's
party.
correct.
Okay.
So she was set on a table in a different room.
And she wasn't seated with the family or anything.
No.
I would
Well,
have
they're
been.
not married.
But you know
And
what?
was she?
I
Is
would've
that
been
where the
mad.
friends were? I don't. I
Really?
don't know.
That's how you feel? See, the funny thing is, this is the way I think.
I think it's selfish to make a big deal about where you're sitting on someone else's
there
wedding.
were people that had
It
said
is.
that on my ears buzzing. I'm so sorry, guys. Saying that she had a right to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It says a lot about your friendship on where you were seated at your friend's wedding and how high up you are in the friendship level.
But then you just have to
Are you-
accept it.
Agree?
I do agree.
And let me tell you, when I get asked to a dinner party, and it's a big dinner party, where I'm seated at the table will depend on what you think of me. I think of these things, people.
Well, I definitely think that's the case. That shows how much maybe the bride values her, but still, you have to accept it for what it is. It's their wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I won't be seating you up close in my wedding, but you know, they
Yeah.
sat you there. I find it more strange when people don't do seating. My dad, got married in
Yeah.
October.
But wasn't that a cocktail
and
party, though?
No, it was a
Oh, was it
huge
sit
wedding
down?
ceremony and then the reception. And so we get in, and there were over 200 people there. So there's this, big tables, and it's really nice. And I assumed that it was seating that was
Placement.
arranged. And so all of a sudden they're like, ding, 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 everyone take your seats. And I started looking around, and I didn't have a seat because there was no assigned seating, and everyone was like marking their seats. And then I was like in the back.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I
I
think you
guess-
should have assigned seating.
Yeah.
Always.
At least for the immediate family or for family members and things like
Well,
that.
I think it's if your family. Would you be offended if you were seated? Let's just.
I would have been.
Really?
I would have been upset too. I wouldn't have thrown a tirade or anything, but yeah, I would have been like, a long-term partner. I mean, you've been with this person for a long time. You kind of, know their
I think
family.
it was
you know their
5+ years. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, you're friends with. I mean, you're hanging with their family and
Yeah.
spending time with all of them, and then all of a sudden, it makes it. The reality is, wow, we're not married, and they consider me an outsider.
Well, I also
That's
think
how I
she
would
might
feel.
be a bit of a nightmare.
Maybe the parents don't like her.
Yeah,
And they didn't
that could
want her
be.
at their table, and if not at their table, where would she sit?
And she
she's
could
not
be a
their
little dramatic by
daughter-in-law.
walking off and crying.
Yeah.
So if that was me and seated there, I wouldn't leave the wedding, but I wouldn't sit at the table. I'd be off to the bar and,
Oh, yeah, I
text
would've-
me the images of the wedding. I'd be having
Yeah,
a good time on
I
my
think
own.
so too.
Hey, let's talk about this. Something you pulled up about Australians. Let's go.
I had to just bring this in today because I saw it on the BBC website, and it was titled "Why Australians Are So Laid Back." And then I thought, is our Australian laid back?
No.
No,
Oh,
you're
you don't
not
think
at
I'm laid
all.
back?
I think
No.
you're very high strung.
Interesting.
Not
Yeah.
in a bad way, but I just think that you're like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
I don't think you're laid back at all. Do you think Australians are laid back in general?
Depends where you pick them from.
Oh, is it a certain part of Australia?
Is it?
Yeah.
By the beach?
No.
No, okay.
No, the ones from the beach and the cities are pretty go, 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 go. But the ones in the country, like my family, all pretty well laid back.
Pretty laid back. Well, this was interesting. It says that people think of the stereotype of Australians being laid back because of the nice climate, but they're saying this is because Australians have some of the best sense of humor out of any country in the world. And it's also, they said it's an informal language, the dialect that's used. It keeps people laid back. What do you think?
Interesting you say that. Well, you met Double Dan when he was here, and you said he sounds completely opposite to the way I do. And we've got an Australian yoga instructor coming in today, and I wonder if how she sounds.
Yeah.
But I know when you're where I'm from in the city, we consider Sydney to be the New York of Australia.
Okay.
So it's very rush, rush, rush. Everything's happening. Does that make sense? So
Right.
if laid back, I thought I was laid back, but obviously I'm not.
No, you are not laid back. Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not.
This is something we don't do in Australia.
What?
Snorting chocolate.
I know.
Okay.
This was crazy. It's a new craze that's out now.
For kids or adults?
It's well
Across the board.
across the board.
Okay.
I mean,
This
there's no.
is the
It's
problem.
kind of like Monster drinks. It's kind of like there's not really an age limit per se, but
All right, what's the deal?
Yeah. So. A new Snort-able chocolate powder has come onto the market as a way to get a quick buzz. But doctors warn that it could cause serious health problems. It's called Coco Loco, and it's a powder intended to be inserted directly into the nasal cavity.
Oh, this is made.
Yeah, yeah. And this
Oh, I thought this was
Yeah.
people
You buy
like
it.
grinding up their own
No,
chocolate.
no, you can buy it. They actually, and the name of the company, it's called Legal Lean, and it was invented by a 29-year-old entrepreneur. His name is Nick Anderson. It's out of Orlando. It costs $19.99 for this Coco Loco, and it's available on the company's website, where it's described as giving the user an endorphin rush,
It's
a
chocolate. Hold on.
serotonin rush.
What's chocolate made out of again? Cocoa.
Cacao powder.
Is that an energy
and that's
booster?
that is the main ingredient in this.
Is that an energy booster though?
Yes,
Cacao?
yes, and
I didn't know that.
And what it said, it's high in nutrients and low in fatty acids and sugar, but it's also it contains the same ingredients that are found in Red Bull or Monster.
So it's not pure.
It's not pure.
They've got additives.
Exactly, but the ingredients that are added to it are ginkgo biloba, taurine, guarana, and ginseng.
All right. Oh.
And
well.
so all of those are naturally occurring products, but
Not to be
if you have
snorted.
them, if you have them in high doses or if you have them mixed with caffeine, it can be dangerous for your body. So,
That's not
but yeah,
normal.
people.
I think that's scary. And is that a gateway to something else? And even if it's all, a natural something, I'm alarmed that we're
Yeah.
seeing teenagers doing this.
Well,
Just-
hold on. Do you
I
remember
don't know.
they bought out all those organic, like marijuana stuff that you could smoke instead of smoking synthetic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
But
trying
it's
to think
very
of the-
deadly.
It's very deadly. People have had major issues from it. And what are the issues with this?
It's what they're number one. The doctors are saying you should never put a powder in your nose. Period. It can cause sinus issues. It can cause infections. So they're just totally against it in that
Yeah.
way. But it also can cause, if you have it mixed with other products like caffeine and sugar, it can cause high blood pressure, heart palpitations, fatigue, insomnia, dehydration, and even kidney failure if in high doses.
Honestly,
Scary,
what
I
is
So,
don't like
wrong
it.
with
got to be careful with stuff like this. But it's the new
Absolutely
craze,
crazy.
and it's a legal high.
For $20.
Yeah, and even doctors are doubting that it really truly
and
gives you a high.
I'm going to say that any age you'd probably buy it at the supermarket or something.
Well, right now
Or
it's only
online.
available at like smoke shops, and because it hasn't been FDA approved yet.
Okay,
So.
well, something to look out for. Give us your opinion. Head over to our Midday Kentucky Facebook page,
Yes.
everyone. Well, coming up, we'll take a look at my visit to Commonwealth Plastic Surgery, where Dr. Nims and I discussed lip shape, everyone. Stick with us. You're watching Midday Kentucky.